No rivalry has produced more big games than Michigan-Ohio State.That. That's 7 more than the next closest rivalries. Among the rivalry games in the spotlight over Thanksgiving weekend, Alabama-Auburn has had 8 top 10 matchups in its history, and Oklahoma State has just 2. The 10th-ranked Sooners and number 7 Cowboys will make it 3 Saturday in Stillwater. Of all the rivalry games being played this weekend, the one with the second most top 10 matchups is Florida State with 14. The Gators and Seminoles are decidedly unranked this season. Still, it's a rivalry so interest abounds, as it will across the country over 3 days when you can gorge on college football. Number 2 Ohio State at number 6 Michigan. Bedlam makes a strong case, but Buckeyes Wolverines gets the slight nod because of the greater likelihood of offensive fireworks. Ohio State possesses the best offense in the country, fueled by a Heisman Trophy contender at quarterback. C.J. Stroud has thrown 36 touchdown passes and completed 71.1% of his passes, guiding an offense that averages almost 8 yards per play.
The Wolverines have 2 of the nation's best pass rushers in Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo, but the real counter for Michigan is its powerful running game. Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum are the 1-2 punch. The winner takes the Big Ten East, a spot in the conference title game, and will be a step away from the college football playoff. And then there is the already baked-in intrigue of the game. Ohio State has won 8 straight, including all 5 since Jim Harbaugh has become Michigan coach. Will Anderson Jr. OLB, Alabama. The Heisman race clarified last week with Stroud and number 3 Alabama's Bryce Young taking the role of favorites, but Young's teammate deserves attention. Anderson has been the most consistently dominant player in the country this season, with 26.5 tackles for loss, including 13.5 sacks. The NCAA record for tackles for loss in a season is 32 by George Selvey of USF in 2007. In the Iron Bowl, Anderson has a chance to feast on an Auburn offense that has gotten out of sorts with a backup quarterback during a 3-game losing streak. 2-14, Oklahoma State coach Mike Gundy's record against Oklahoma. Among high-profile rivalries, Bedlam is one of the most historically lopsided because Oklahoma State spent much of its existence closer to Kansas than the superpower with which it shares a state. The Cowboys have closed the gap under Gundy but still rarely beat the Sooners. This year, they are the favorites. 4. Cincinnati's ranking in the college football playoff top 25. The Bearcats are positioned to become the first team from outside the Power 5 conferences to reach the playoff, if they can win out. They play at East Carolina on Friday. 8.6 number of consecutive years Clemson has played in the Atlantic Coast Conference title game. That streak is not quite dead yet for a Tigers team that had 3 losses before November. Clemson plays in-state SEC rival South Carolina on Saturday, but if number 21 Wake Forest loses at Boston College and number 23 North Carolina State losses to North Carolina, Clemson wins the ACC Atlantic. 51.82, San Diego State punter Matariza's average per punt, which is on pace to break the FBS record. The 22nd-ranked Aztecs play Boise State on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with major Mountain West Conference championship implications on both sides. 2014, the last time Rutgers played in a bowl game. The Scarlet Knights play at Maryland on Saturday and the winner gets bowl eligible. The Terps last reached the postseason in 2016. Charlotte at Old Dominion. Old Dominion was one of 2 FBS schools that decided not to play at all last season because of the pandemic. The Monarchs return this season with a new coach and former Penn State assistant Ricky Rahn, who was hired in 2019. After a 1-6 start to 2021, ODU has ripped off 4 straight victories and needs 1 more to become bowl eligible. Off the field, ODU picked up an invitation to escape Conference USA and join the Sun Belt. Been a good few months for the Monarchs. David Cutcliffe, Duke. It is doubtful any coach is going to save or lose his job based on this weekend's results, but it certainly looks as if the end of an era is coming at Duke. The 67-year-old Cutcliffe has had remarkable success in 14 seasons at a program that has rarely climbed out of the bottom of the ACC over the last 50 years. But the Blue Devils are 3-8 heading into their against Miami, and the slippage over the past 3 seasons suggests it is time for a change in Durham.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.